minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've come about Bradshaw Terrace. I've lodged a submission. It's unusual for a person to lodge a submission when the board has as well. And I did a personal one because I thought I could fill in some of the processes around Bradshaw, and I'm congruent with the board. So we're just wanting you to put Bradshaw Terrace back in effect, the plan. The recent history is that it was down in as a line item in 2018-2019 plan, and it was unexpectedly moved when you did the 2018-2028 long-term plan. So we weren't aware it was going, because my understanding, if it's down in the first 3 years of a long-term plan, it's fairly sacrosanct. Anyway, it got moved, and we raised questions about this at the time, and so did residents, and we were informed it would be in the 2021 plan, and we accepted that. Residents accepted it reluctantly, but we did accept this. Then it was in the draft plan for this year, and somehow it's been taken out. Now, I'm not sure how that happened, but it did get removed. And so the understanding we had with Bradshaw Terrace, it would be done in 2021, it seems to have been shifted. Now, I'd just like to go over the background of this, because I'm probably the one who's been involved most. Basically, Rata, Renew, Totoki were done in 2007-2008, and the board then omitted to put in Bradshaw. So that was actually a mistake. So we got it back onto the budget for 2009-2010. Consultation had gone out on it, and then the earthquake in September happened. So obviously it's back. It's back again. I mean, it's moved out. In the period 2010-2013, we tried to get it back in and didn't. And in the period 2013 to 2016, the board met on site with largely a new board and at least 2 new councillors, and it was agreed to put it in the 2018 to 2019 year, and it stayed there. But then during the 2018-28 long-term plan, it got shifted. Now, I did want to show you through this map, I'm afraid it's a map rather than on the screen, that Bradshaw Terrace is this pink terrace. It's a relatively short area. The area around it going into town has had road reconstruction at some point, and the circled roads, and I live in Rata Street, but those roads were done in 2007-2008. So with the completion of Riccarton Road and reconstruction there, Bradshaw Terrace is like an orphan. It's on its own in this whole mass of streets which have been reconstructed. So I'm asking you, in preference I'd like it as a line item. I believe there's room in the capital projects for it to be there. So if you put it in that capital projects for Riccarton, or if there's some other way of doing it, maybe if Riccarton Road doesn't use all the funding supplied, whether it could come across to Bradshaw Terrace. But it's actually a moral issue, really. We've said 3 times that we will do this, and 3 times it hasn't been done. Now, the first time was under the old council, but the other 2 times have been under this council. So can I please make a strong plea? I'm just feeling it's not going to happen, and I think the people are expecting it to happen. So can we do it, please, in some way?
Thank you. That is perfect timing. Exactly 5 minutes.
As I normally try to do.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to adjourn for lunch. We'll start again at 1:25 on the dot, as that is when we have the next submitter. So 1:25 back.